This week's instrument workshop, I worked on the Beatles' I Want to Hold Your Hand. This was their first big single to really blow up in the United States that came out in 1963. And it's also the first time the band, or I think any major artist, was using 4-track recording technology, meaning that they didn't need to all play in time together at the same time to play it. So they had 4 different distinct tracks that they could separate out the music and record separately and have that control in the mix. And I think it really comes through sonically in just how beautifully this song holds up and how well it is produced. I am working on the bass part by bassist Paul McCartney. I learned this song with both a pick and with my fingers. Paul plays it with a pick. It's also very interesting to consider that the electric bass was only invented a few years before, in the 1950s. 10 or 11 years before, so maybe only one generation of instrumentalists had played an electric bass up to this point. So really, he's one of the early adapters in bringing this instrument to prominence in modern music. It was originally invented to replace the upright bass. And this is a precision bass, or P bass, by Fender that I have displayed on the screen here. This is a more modern model of it, but that's what came out around the 50s. It's not what Paul plays on this, but I am playing a Squier P bass in my playthrough of this song. The first major record release to include electric bass on the studio recording is Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. So if you want to just appreciate some music history and the history of the bass, go check out Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. In working on this song, I kind of spent some time on the George Harrison, the John Lennon, as well as the Paul McCartney parts. And the thing I noticed with all of them is on their fretboard hand, they're all doing very cheeky stuff with their pinkies, where they create a sonic expectation with the notes that they're playing, and then subvert that with a subtle thing. So for instance, as John's playing the rhythm guitar, every third strum, he will change the chord by just changing what his ring finger or pinky is doing. George is using his whole hand to go all over the fretboard playing the lead. Paul is really making good use of all 4 of his fretboard hands. If you go and check out the tabs or sheet music for this song and start teaching it to yourself, I think you will be amused by how all of the Beatles are using their pinkies to kind of make this gesture of asking you to hold their hand with what the music is doing, beyond just what the lyrics are about. I have a show Friday, February 28th at the Salisbury Center featuring Around the Fur, a Deftones tribute band, Primus, a Primus tribute band, and Ryan Ramone and the Cretins, a Ramones tribute band. That's Friday, February 28th, doors 7 p.m., show 8 p.m., cover $20. Tickets are available at my website, alexandervanstone.com.